Hey guys, I'm Brandi Gomez. I'm a fashion and lifestyle blogger, and this is my first YouTube video. For the past couple of months, I've been trying really hard to improve my makeup, so I hope it looks, highlight. But I've also had a bunch of my close friends and peers ask me, oh my gosh, what product do you use? Oh, what kind of brushes do you use? And so this is a long time coming that I'm finally recording this video just to basically go over my basics of everyday wear, what are my necessities for everyday workwear, as well as when I go out on the weekends. These are my ride or die products that I literally cannot live without. So I hope that this video helps you out as well as it did for me and that you get something from it. So we're gonna start with primers. First of all, I didn't know what a primer was. I thought that was just something that you used in your house before you painted your bedroom. Clearly I was wrong. But it's kind of the same concept where like you're gonna prime the wall to make sure the paint goes on. You wanna prime your face to make sure that your makeup and your foundation stays as long as possible. So this may seem weird. I actually learned this from Jaclyn Hill as well as Kylie Jenner, oddly enough. It's the Nivea Post Shave Balm and it is amazing. Put it on your face and it sets, it dries, it doesn't make you oily, and it smells delicious, like delicious. Like you smell like a sexy man after you put this on. And girl, just go ahead and treat yourself. It's worth it. It's like $6. It's the cheapest primer you'll ever buy, but is the best in long wear. The next thing I'll talk about is my second step, which is foundation. And I am so picky about foundation. I've tried a lot of things. When I was in middle school and high school, I wore like a BB cream, like a light cream, so it wasn't super heavy. I can't do heavy full coverage foundations. They just make me feel like I'm super cakey and my skin can't breathe. So I finally found this it's called Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, and it is truly amazing. It's more of a water base, I will say that. So if you're oily, it probably isn't the best product for you. But if you're like me, more of a combination, you like a lighter wear that looks natural and you can wear it in the summer and in the winter, I definitely recommend the Urban Decay Naked. Amazing, goes on smooth, and it lasts for hours. The next thing I will talk about is my concealer. Once again, pretty much with your concealers, you have to be ride or die. You either love it or you hate it. And the biggest problem that I have found with concealers is that they either like create creases underneath or there's literally no coverage. So I actually have been trying this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I really love it. It's been really good coverage underneath and it doesn't cake and get those like lines underneath your eyes, so I've really enjoyed this. Next, I will talk about eyeshadow, which is amazing. Eyeshadow, I'm pretty much boring when it comes to eyeshadow. I usually try to stick to more of like these rosy tones or more of a natural gold hue, and I don't really go out of the box with like crazy purples and stuff like that. But I will talk about eyeshadow can be extremely expensive. I mean, let's face it. Makeup can be extremely expensive. My husband Greg, like the first time he went to Sephora with me to buy stuff, he's like, Brandi, you're about to spend $200 on makeup. I'm like, yeah, but you have to look at me every day. And do you appreciate it? Okay, it's not cheap. My ride or die makeup palettes for eyeshadow is the Morphe palette. If you haven't heard of Morphe, honey boo boo. Honey boo boo. That is the way to go. I love Morphe. I actually have brushes that I'll talk about here in a little while. Their products are quality products for such an amazing price. I think this palette's like regular $25. The pigments of these are amazing. Look at this. I mean, this is called the 35T, which thank you, Madison, for picking this up for me. It's got like purples and browns and shimmers and mattes, but it's really nice. And the hue is, the pigment's just truly amazing. Stays on your eyes, it's easy to blend, and I just really like it. They have a bunch of different color palettes, so if you're more into bright colors, they definitely have a palette for you. I highly recommend the 35O and the 35T by Morphe, and they're so affordable. Okay, so next, blush. Blush I try to just stick with like like a mauvey pink or peachy if I'm feeling a little summer vibe. I found this Tarte palette not too long ago. Each year they come out with a beautiful palette that's got like 5 or 6 different shades. So I got this one. Tarte, 100% recommend their blushes. They're an Amazonian clay. So it goes on easy on your skin and it stays all day. And it's just honestly the best formula I found for blush. Okay, so after I put on foundation, I put on a powder on top. So I do foundation and then I do like a powder to kind of set. And for the most part, my skin's pretty sensitive. I've used Clinique since I was in middle school. I've just always liked their products because they're fragrance free. They're made for sensitive skin. They don't have a lot of additives is there additives in makeup? Anyways, there's not a bunch of stuff added to it. But it's called the Almost Powder Makeup Broad Spectrum, and it also has SPF in it, which I have to have SPF. If you can't tell, I'm totally pale, and if I go out in the sun for 5 minutes, I burn. So yeah, girlfriend has to have this. And to set all of my makeup, and I think this is probably one of my biggest tips that I can give you besides brushes, which I'll talk about. But I don't know how I went so long without this, because this product has literally changed my life. It is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This little baby right here. I bought this, I think in like January or February. It still has, I'd say, at least a third of it left. So it lasts a really long time. But basically, it is a powder that's translucent. I take a little fluffy brush. You can take really any fluffy brush. Dip it in there and put it all over my face, especially like everywhere. It doesn't move makeup off. It's translucent and it sets your makeup. Therefore, it's not going to move. You're not going to get oily unless you have like really oily skin. But this sets it and it gives you that airbrush finish that all of us want so badly. So this right here, all day, every day. So when people ask me, Brainy, how does your skin look so smooth? Like, it looks so perfect. This right here is literally my crack. Have to have it. Cannot go without it. It's a little pricey. It's like $56, but it lasts a very long time. So if you're worried about the value of what you're going to get from it, totally worth every single penny. And another thing, it's very similar to the translucent powder, but is the RCMA No Color Powder. And this one you can also use for setting. I don't use it for setting because it's a little chalkier. This I use to set underneath my eyes. And to contour, which I'll take like a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender, and I'll dip this into the powder. I just do it right here. I do it underneath the eyes. I let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes when I'm doing like eyeshadow or eyeliner, and then I simply wipe it off with that fluffy brush, and I've got the perfect contour. And this also helps set the concealer underneath your eyes. You can buy it online. For a 3-pack is like $20. It's that cheap, so definitely have to have. Mascara. Oh my gosh, so picky about mascara. I love this. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I like it, one, because of the packaging. Like, it's a thicker packaging, very easy to hold on to. But also, that brush, it's amazing. This I only use on the top lashes for my volume and length. I'm weird. I have 2 mascaras, but gotta have it. And then for my bottom lashes, I have a bottom lash mascara. So yeah, I'm a little type A. But this is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. Okay, so it's just MAC Extended Play. It's this little itty bitty mascara, but it has a very, very fine tip for doing your mascara. And I really like this because I found when I used the Too Faced Better Than Sex on my bottom lashes, it was extremely clumpy, or you'd always get the specks underneath the eyelashes and then I'd have to clean it up, and it was just way more work than it needed to be, and they wouldn't separate. So by using this, I can get in underneath. It's a little tilted too, which makes it easier, but I get underneath there and down here, and it's just super fine and easy to use, and they just turn out beautifully. So I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's just a little pencil that you just help. I just fill mine in, help with the shape, because sometimes my eyebrows don't have a good day. You know, they have their bad hair days too, and it makes them look good. It's also got a brush on the other end, and it's just extremely easy to use. Now to set the eyebrows. Emma, she told me about this NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. This stuff is amazing. You can buy it at Target or your drugstore for $5, I think. And it is just as good as the Anastasia brow gel, and it goes on so easy and your brows stay all day. This is what is everything. Highlight. I mean, can't we just? Highlight can completely transform a face. And I am embarrassed to say I did not know about highlight until earlier this year. That's where I was at with makeup. Everyone should probably know what this is, and if you don't, I'm concerned for you. This is the Becca Champagne Pop Highlight, made by Jaclyn Hill. Amazing. It's the perfect peach highlight. It's like, look at this. Just wait for it. Like, oh, yes. Ooh. Yep. Completely transforms the face, and it makes you feel 100% better about yourself, and you have that like glow. It's fun. So once you have all of your essentials, the one tip that I can give you is, even if you have the most expensive makeup in the entire world and it costs $200 for a foundation, that's great and all, but your makeup is not going to look as good unless you use the right tools. And with tools, I mean makeup brushes. I love Morphe makeup brushes. They're extremely affordable. I think they're $15 to $20 each normally, but there's always coupon codes. Back to the original story. I got my mom a whole entire set of brushes, like 12 to 15 brushes that I use every day from Morphe for Christmas, and it cost me $60. Like, I don't know where you can go and get about 12 to 15 quality brushes for $60. Another thing that they make that I really, really love is their beauty blender. I have one by the actual Beauty Blender brand, which is great, and it expands when you get it moist. Moist. I hate the word moist. But when you put it under water and you let it expand, you put your makeup on, it gives you that flawless airbrush finish. So I really like beauty blenders. This one's great for smaller areas. Morphe makes a bigger one. It's bigger, which is why I like it. An angled side as well as a straight side, and I just like it. It's a lot easier for me to put on my makeup, and it gives me a better coverage. Plus, I think it's like $5 on their website, and you really can't beat that. I mean, it's better than Beauty Blender in my opinion. And one last thing, because I get asked this all the time, but I'll do a separate video on my must-have lips soon. But I am a huge lover of liquid lips, and a lot of people have complimented me on how long they stay and how, you know, they look really perfect and what formula am I using. I love Kat Von D, what's it called? I think it's called like Everlasting Liquid Lip. But anyway, Kat Von D's liquid lip is everything. It's a thinner formula, so you can really build it up. But it also is so easy to apply. It is long wear. I wear this to go out. I wear this to work. And I always get compliments on it. And I never have to worry about it bleeding or really coming off. Well, alright guys, that wraps up my must-have beauty products for every single day. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you will go and try out some of these products. And if you have products that you can't live without, I would love to hear about them. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you soon. Bye. No, it's not focusing. Alright, so I just figured out that I hadn't been recording for the last 10 minutes. Okay. I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know you gotta remember those walls I built. Well, baby, they're tumbling down, and they didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. Before you go, there's something I want you to have. Oh, it's beautiful. But wait a minute, isn't this?
Yes, it is.
But I thought the old lady dropped it into the ocean in the end.
Well, baby, I went down and got it for you.
Aw, you shouldn't have.